Fire this up on medium today. In reverse. Little thing actually does rip. Franken fan creation. Alright, howdy viewers, how you folks doing? Here's a very oddball Lakewood space heater. I believe from the late 80s, possibly mid 80s. Yeah, with it getting closer to November now, starting to get kind of brisk mornings here in this part of the nation. Last couple mornings were in the lower 40s, upper 30s, which is pretty chilly for this time of year, and kind of had me rummaging for my space heaters. However, I haven't been using this one. This one I had to I've just gotten around to doing a final little repair to it. And I want to go ahead and make a video of it and do the season startup of it. This is a recently found space heater. I found this way back earlier this past spring, I think in like late February, right before the fan season kicked in. Yeah, and I picked it up, I think at a local store, and I sadly paid $10 for it, unrealizing that it had an issue, which I'll address here in a minute. What it was, I fixed it now, which it should run fine. But just to look over, I bought this because it was just such an odd looking heater. I've never seen Lakewood. Can't recall ever seeing one of these, especially badged near Lakewood. I vividly kind of photogenically remember seeing one similar to this. I think it was badged. It was like some kind of import brand. Might have been like Tatung or one of those kind of brands that were kind of imported. I guess assembled in USA but designed somewhere else. Yeah, but I've never seen one badged Lakewood like this. It's just kind of just the oddity of it. That's kind of how I had to have it. Give it a closer look. We got the thermostat knob here. The power switch, of course. It's got the nice, reliable push button switches. It's got the 1500 watt draw and 750 watt draw. Caution: high temperature. Keep electrical cords, drapery, and other furnishings at least 3 feet, 0.9 meters from the front of the heater and away from sides and rear. It's kind of cool. It's got this gold kind of plate here, and the looks like the knob is too. Knob is kind of stick. I probably should have taken this whole front part apart and greased the knob a little bit, but yeah, that's just stuff. I have already oiled the fan motor and all that, which I'll get spinning around, give you the back side of it. I have the back casing off too, just so you can get a good look on the inside of it. Here's the back of it. It's got the vents right here for the airflow to come in. The handle, which is attached to the back plate there, which is unscrewed at the moment. And here's what was wrong. Upon me purchasing it, I didn't look it over enough at the store, which I could have, because I probably could have got it negotiated on it. It had a pretty rotted out cord. There was exposed copper coming through here, and there was not a grommet in here. It looks like somebody had been in there before and did away with the little rubber pinching grommet. So, yeah, there was potentially this thing could have arced out if I tried it. I mean, I don't know why it didn't when I tried it at the store, but miraculously it didn't. But yeah, there was exposed copper through the cord of it, but I was able to, this is the original cord, by the way. Everything is original. It's just I had to do a really nice splice on it safely, because these things draw a lot of power. You definitely want a good insulated splice on there. No funny business would happen. But go ahead and peel back and get a look at the inside of it. Let's put this tripod down here. Alright. So we got a nice old style C-frame motor, the downward facing fan. The air from the fan blows down through the heating coils here, or heating element, whichever you want to call it. And the hot air gets pushed down and out through here. Kind of an odd design. I mean, it's just kind of strange for a space heater to have down forcing air and out that way, kind of like an L shape. Yeah, it's a little dusty. I've got to clean as I could. There's not a whole lot of working room in here, and to get this thing apart, I felt like, I have really big hands, so I would have ended up bending something, and I'm just clumsy like that, especially with this kind of liminal space here. But yeah, it's got the good old speed, or good old plug-on style clips, which are nice. Nothing's like soldered on. There's no boards, there's no controls or anything like that that are soldered to a board or anything. Everything's pretty much appliance like, which is kind of nice. I find that interesting. And let's see if we can zoom in on the motor. Made in USA. I think the motor is called a Jackal motor. That's the branding on there. It's kind of probably hard to see for you to see on camera, but it's got nice clean windings. The windings are pretty dusty. I did give this thing a nice blowout, and went around here with a piece of with like a fine brush comb, pipe cleaner style tool. Got that pretty nice and clean. I did get some oil down in there back in February. I probably should do it again, but they seem like the fan blades seem pretty free. There's no there was initially some gunkage in there, and it was kind of sluggish, but it freed up once I put some good 3-in-1 in there. So I think it should be good. So I'll go ahead and get this thing screwed together, close it back up, and I'll give it a demonstration. Be right back. A quick little add-in. Here's the cords of this unit, by the way, before I forget. And it is a polarized cord, which is surprising on a late, I don't even know what era this thing's from, but yeah, just chime on that. Alright, so I got it screwed together now. And got the watt kilometer out and ready to go. Amps, and we'll fire it up. We'll start it on the 750 watt setting. Here's on. Oh yeah, it's definitely coming. There's definitely warm air coming out of there, and it's just coming out kind of not really being rushed out or anything like a direct force fan would be, but it's kind of nice. It's coming out and it's like diffusing, as far as instead of just directional, it's kind of more spread out, which is kind of nice. We got the thermostat up to 8 and go to 10, and we're drawing 5.8 amps, 704 watts. Alright. What's weird is the fan speed decreases with the wattage. So like now that it's set to 750 watts, the fan is technically on low speed. So when I kick it up to 1500 watts, it will you'll hear the fan increase to a higher speed. Just like that. Now it's on max. It goes max heat. The little on light is on. Show that. Yep. And let's see if we can capture the coils glowing, but it might be a little while. Too long for me to wait through this video. It'd just be too long of a video then. Yeah, definitely some warm air coming out of here now. Whew. That's nice, and it's kind of like being spread out and kind of like it's directional, but also to the sides, so kind of nice. And for the kilowatt meter, we are at 11.4 amps, 1,336. Yeah. And shut her down, off. Before I forget, let me go ahead and get the, here's some model information on this here. Tilt it sideways. Model number 767, 120 volts, 60 hertz, 12.5 amps, 1,500 watts. Manufactured by Lakewood Engineering and Manufacturing Company, Chicago, Illinois, 60612. And so far, that's all the information there is on this. So that's it for this heater. It's kind of nice. If anybody's ever knows anything about these, feel free to chime in on the comments. The box will be open. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one.